covered a lot in this Little School of Big Change highlight series. And at the same time, we have just started to scratch the surface. This is a tiny, tiny peek into just the content that's in the school. And this really is just a tiny fraction of the content, not to mention the forum and the support and the community and our group calls and me guiding you and all the sharing that takes place. So I hope this little glimpse into the school has been helpful. It is incredible to watch people wake up to the truth behind various habits and addictions and anxieties and moods and different levels of stuckness that we all find ourselves in. Time and time again, from the thousands of people who have gone through the Little School of Big Change, there's a huge takeaway that people tend to have, and it's this: the sky is always blue. No matter what shows up, no matter what weather shows up and passes through, the sky is always blue. You'll see what I mean.
The sky is endless. It is clear and blue by nature. Weather occurs within the sky. Sometimes it's just a few fluffy white clouds. Other times it's much more intense. The weather may be so thick that you can't see the blue sky at all. But regardless of what the weather is doing, the sky is always the same. The sky itself is unaffected by the weather. Weather always passes naturally on its own. There is nothing anyone can or must do to help it along. You are like the sky. The same clarity, expansiveness, and resilience is in you too. It's who you are. It's who we all are. You experience weather in the form of thoughts, feelings, and behavior. That's human weather. Just like weather in nature, your human weather moves through you, coming and then going completely on its own. There is nothing you must do to manage that process. In fact, the less you interfere, the more naturally you tend to bounce back to clarity. Just like the sky is not permanently affected by weather, who you really are is not affected by human weather. You are unbelievably resilient. You may think you've been changed by past experience, but the real you is always healthy and thriving. There is a force within you, like a force of nature, ushering out your human weather and moving you towards the peace and clarity that is always within you.
Isn't it amazing to know that no matter what shows up, no matter how long you've been caught up in some habit or addiction or anxiety cycle, no matter how stuck you feel, you are fundamentally untouched by that. You are okay because you are not that experience. That means at any time you can have an insight into that experience and you can be free of it. It can look completely different because it isn't you. It isn't stable. It's not fixed. If anything, we're just caught up in the weather, innocently thinking that the weather is us and we're it, but we aren't. And starting to see how this works is incredible. Changes so much for people. Thank you so much for joining me in this Little School of Big Change highlight series. I would love to see you in the school. Get on the wait list at thelittleschoolofbigchange.com so that you get some exclusive bonus info, and then you're the first to know as the doors open. Thank you so much for listening. I can't wait to see you in the school.